It's Week 9 of the National Football League, where we'll see this team's veteran wide receiver. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. We're just moments away from the action under the lights on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us south of the border to the vibrant capital of Mexico City. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Mexico City team as they interplay here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Aussies, they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers are 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at the man under center, now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. But you look at this defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Running again, and again it's Ferguson. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 35 yards that time on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a 2nd-round pick back in April's draft.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught by Rivers. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves them with 3rd and 1. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The numbers for Evans a week ago. 16 carries, 73 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and the reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. I'll give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has. And if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 29-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards that time.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Evans. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Again, it'll be Evans. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this one is we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
It's complete to Hopkins. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Porter. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The numbers on the ground for Ferguson last week. 17 carries, 61 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A give, running left is Ferguson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Porter. He's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run down here with Ferguson. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them, not easily done.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. And they'll go right back to Evans. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On to the 2nd quarter, Mexico City in possession. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this 2nd go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off the RPO, he completes it. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And Melbourne ready to go again on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
The lessons will continue, but this rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Throwing to start the drive. Porter. Under pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a 1st down now, playing behind the sticks.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. On the counter, it's Ferguson. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Porter. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
He got 29 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run out of the gun with Evans. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Back to throw now on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
Back to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And Melbourne ready to go again on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
He finds Hillman. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
They'll look to throw again. And it'll be intercepted.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Evans running behind center. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 8. They'll set up a throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause. This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Back to throw again. Steps away to his left. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Norton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
To the sideline and incomplete. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Half. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Now 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. A give up the middle to Evans. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A give running right is Evans. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
In motion, the tight end. Evans gets it again on 2nd down. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They start out with a run by Ferguson. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This is Hillman with it. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Out of the gun, here's Ferguson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
The tight end in motion right. From the gun on 3rd down. Porter.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Evans running straight ahead.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
91 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Evans.
And he will have the 1st down here as he's up to the 15.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Evans.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up 1 first down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line. But not much happening after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Melbourne's offense back out on the field now. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Off the play fake. Porter.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off play action. Porter.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
He finds his man, complete. That's Richards. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Porter. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Point after here coming up. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. They'll find Williams on the slant. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run by Evans. 108 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll go right back to Evans here on first down. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
It's 3rd and 10.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Mexico City as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
And on now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Porter.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Evans gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 16 at the 40-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Looking to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Operating from the gun, Porter.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Porter. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And a Melbourne first down.
On first down, Ferguson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
A gain of 9 yards. And a Melbourne first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down. Back to throw. Porter.
That is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Out of the gun now on third down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. On first down, they'll start out with Evans.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got him bracketed out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough.
And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest, and this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Porter. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He finds Hillman. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
He finds his man, complete. It's Love.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to try and do this himself.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Williams. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by a field goal, a little over a minute and a half remaining. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Richards. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he's got room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
What a time to come up with a play like that. They're now in field goal range, but the opportunity is also there to try and win the game outright.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Well, this fan base on the losing side, Charles, they're going to be talking about this one for a while. They ultimately decided to try to come up with a touchdown on that last play when all they needed was the field goal to force overtime.
Yeah, and the reasoning behind it, that's what we're all waiting to hear, because sometimes there's things that we don't see on the surface. Did the coach feel like, if he tied the game, they couldn't go any farther, they had too many injuries? I'm not sure what was going on there, but I'm with you. I'm stunned they didn't try and kick the field goal there.
So for Mexico City,
it's a rare win, just their second in these first 8 games.
And they will hit the road next week.
Meanwhile, for Melbourne,
the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Tight is right.